I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Bail has been set at $2 million cash, $5 million bond for Timothy Handel, the man accused of killing his girlfriend Katie Connolly and then burying her remains behind a house in New Windsor where he'd been staying with the couple's two young daughters. Handel, who's being held in Orange County Jail, was arraigned before Orange County Court Judge Jeffrey Berry on charges contained in an indictment that include 2 counts of second-degree murder and tampering with physical evidence. During today's arraignment proceedings, the judge granted orders of protection for 2 witnesses who say Handel has been attempting to contact them through phone calls placed by members of his family. Prosecutors have not revealed how they believe Connolly was killed. While drought conditions continue to plague other parts of the country, we've been drenched by days of heavy rain that led to flooding in some areas, including the town of Fallsburg, where 3 inches of rain in about 6 hours produced storm debris that clogged the bridge over Hasbrook Road, causing the Neversink River to flood. 6 homes were evacuated there, including the Scuderi family trailer that was surrounded by about 3 feet of rushing water. Emergency personnel needed to rescue the 3 trapped family members and a pet dog. There were other road closings yesterday. In the town of Wallkill, the Ballard Road entrance to the Crystal Run Galleria was temporarily shut down as rising rainwater trapped at least 1 vehicle there. And a road closing barrier was put up on Scotchtown Wallkill Road, keeping motorists from trying to navigate through either side of the Metro North Railroad tunnel. Trouble there was made worse due to clogged storm drains. The weather should be drier and sunnier in the days ahead. We'll take a look at the forecast in a couple of minutes. You want to know how bad the problem of identity theft is? Well, just listen to this victim, who happens to be the Northeast Regional Director of the Federal Trade Commission.
I think I got a phone call and an email actually from my credit card company. My credit card information had been stolen and was getting used at gas stations in Georgia and Alabama 5 and 6 times in a 2-hour period. So you really, and I'm pretty careful, you really need to be careful, and you need to check your credit card statements as frequently as possible and make sure that there are no charges on there that aren't yours. If they are, you have to call your credit card company immediately and start taking corrective action.
Leonard Gordon was at the Mulberry House Senior Center in Middletown today talking to seniors about how to protect themselves against mail, phone, and online scams, and about the need to guard personal information, and know who they are dealing with, and why discarded documents should be shredded. In Gordon's case, he thinks he was the victim of skimming, where a device is used to steal credit card numbers during legitimate transactions. Orange County legislators took a tour of parts of the county government center that few people see, places where years of water damage from a leaky roof have taken their toll. Legislators took part in a building walkthrough as part of the ongoing debate into how best to deal with the problems. County Executive Ed Diana would like to see the existing building torn down and replaced at a cost of about $115 million. Others favor different renovation options for the 41-year-old structure. A team of consultants is expected to lay out all the possibilities and the costs by the end of the year. Stewart Airport continues to suffer from the problem of late arriving planes. According to a Transportation Department report, only 53% of Stewart's incoming flights in June arrived on time. The percentage of on-time flights was almost 70% in May and about 51% in April, the worst month for on-time arrivals at Stewart in 7 years. The reasons for the late arriving flights range from weather problems to air carrier delays. Reporter Michael Randall will take a closer look in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. And the manager of the Orange County Fair says the schedule changes put in place during last month's event help them avoid serious financial losses. Michael Gerda says the decision to have the 171st edition of the fair include 3 weekends instead of 2, revise the opening times, and close Mondays and Tuesdays brought the attendance to average levels. Gerda says a 3rd fair weekend allowed them to absorb attendance losses that occurred on the days of intense heat. More than 100,000 people reportedly attended this year's fair. Final figures won't be released until later this month. We should be able to dry out a little tomorrow. The forecast calls for sunny weather on Wednesday, with temperatures reaching the mid-80s. It'll be partly sunny on Thursday, with the highs in the low 80s. Stay with Record Online to stay on top of breaking news and get caught up on all that's happening by picking up tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.